Alright, here we go. I think everything in this is just mail that's come in the past week or so. But I think everything in here is PSA. This is a seller on eBay called 4 Sharp Corners. Mostly all graded cards, PSA. I think he's got a little SGC and Beckett, but for the most part, PSA stuff. So I know he used steroids, but he was still a good player. What did he finish with? 500 plus home runs. So this is an $87. So I remember seeing this at the grocery store when I was a kid, in like the little vending machines. This is probably back like 1989 or something, but here's a cool card. And I think it's pretty sensitive with the black border, so I'll have to check the pop report. That's something I like to do, is see, what percentage of cards are getting 10s. If 60 or 70% are getting 10s, and I'm not going to pay a high premium for a PSA 10. Now, if it's like 5 to 10%, then yeah, definitely. So that's something I check all the time. Topps Chrome Moss. Clean card. You can get these for 20 bucks. It's a bargain. Back in the day, this card was over 120 raw. Back in '98. And then I think the rest of these are just Moss cards. This is the Bowman's Best PSA 10. This is all for my Randy Moss Master and Rookie collection on the PSA Registry. So back when cards were simpler and probably better. Bowman Chrome Moss 10. And then this one's got painter's tape on the back of it. I must have taped on the other or something. This is just the Bowman one. I don't think this one's too tough. I think the one thing you gotta look out for is this black border. So, okay, this is the order from 4 Sharp Corners. If you've ever bought from him, the first card's $3.50, and it's like $1 every card after. But the max you'll have to pay for an order is $10. So I mean, it's not a terrible price when he's shipping you graded cards and they're heavy. It's probably a little more for him to ship. Okay, we'll just start like this. Chipper Jones 93 Bowman. This is PSA 9. I'll try to give you guys the prices. I can remember for the most part. I think this was like $3 or something. This is a cool set though. This is the set that has the Jeter rookie card. Frank Thomas is one of my favorites of all time. This is a 91 score, so not a rookie. Second year card. PSA 10. This looks like it would be a tough set. I mean, anytime you have black borders, it looks like it'd be tougher to grade. So, I mean, I get these are just like base cards from the 90s, but to me, there's a certain level of nostalgia with them. And especially when they're in the PSA slab, Gem Mint 10, it's just cool to me. Something different. This one's really cool. I think these are like 25 to 30. So, Bowman rookie. My hands are all shaky, I don't know why. 320. Just a nice looking card. This was 92 triple play. If you guys ever collected back in the early to mid 90s, they made a really low end brand called Triple Play. Donruss made it, and these always reminded me of Diamond Kings, the inserts that they had. But I don't know how tough this card is to grade. I know it was only like 12 bucks PSA 10, so it was worth it for me to put it in my set. So Griffey, next one's a Griffey. I didn't have this one either. It's a 91 Upper Deck, so this is his third year. Third year for like professional cards. 5th year if you're gonna count his cards, minor leagues. He's got an 87 card that's pretty neat. Okay. This card's really cool. I've been kind of getting into these. So this is like a, I'm not really sure. I couldn't find it on the PSA site, but I think they maybe handed these out at the Cow League games, maybe back in around 91. I don't know if they were issued in team set form. This is number 6, but it's a Piazza PSA 10 91 Cow League All-Stars. It's like 20, 25. And then Frank Thomas Topps. 10 to 12 on this one. So second year Thomas. Rising Star. This was, I think these were only issued in factory sets, 1990, so a second year Griffey 10. I think this was, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. But if you gotta factor in one thing when you're paying for cards that have already been slabbed. It costs a fee to get them graded in the first place, and there's no guarantee you're gonna get a 10. So to me, you know, if I sent one of these in a bulk order, it's gonna be $6, around $6, and there's no guarantee I'm getting a 10. So that's kind of the way I look at it sometimes. This was more expensive. I think this was around 50. This is just classic. There's a ton of classic Griffies from 1989. There's also another set in '89 for Griffey called Mother's Cookies. It's kind of weird, but you guys need to check it out. So this was actually no, this was the 9. I thought I bought a 10. Maybe that was in my other order. This was only like 7 or 10 bucks, but I did buy a 10, and that was around 50 bucks. So it's a classic update 2. And the last two, Fred Taylor. He was a good back. His cards aren't worth anything. This was like, I don't know, 5-10 bucks. It's a Class 1 black label, so those were a lot harder to pull than just like the base version. And the last card of the order, I should have some more PSA stuff coming by the weekend from 4-Shot Corners. And then 91 Bowman, Frank Thomas. So I'm going to log these into the PSA site and see if my rankings went up. That's kind of my new thing. It's fun. So 91 Thomas Bowman. That was about 10 bucks. That's it, guys. Later.